Hey guys, my name is Tina and welcome to Tina's World. For today's video, we're going to talk about the basics of vibrations, vibrational frequencies. So let's begin. So have you ever heard the word a vibe? I'm vibing out, or vibration, or vibrational frequency, energy. All these terms are just basically different terms for the same definition, the same thing, which is energy. And we're gonna go deep into that. Vibrations have frequencies, and those frequencies have different forms. They go in different forms. And there's many types and forms of different patterns of frequencies that vibrate at different levels. And we're gonna dig into that, and I'm really excited with you guys because this is one of my first videos. So energy is at the core of everything, and it's released through every act that can be operated, and thus every thought that can be formed. Even decisions have vibrational frequencies because a decision is just a thought being implied in the outer world as we turn our thoughts into experiences. A thought is just a vibration. Everything around us are thoughts. Either we display thoughts through our expression, or we intake thoughts when we start thinking about something. But everything around us are thoughts. Thoughts they contain vibrations, and those little vibrations are not visible to the naked eye, unfortunately, but they would come like radio waves or TV waves. Even though we can't see them, they'll come like wavelength patterns, like actual vibrational frequencies. And like I said, decisions are just thoughts, and we turn our thoughts into experiences. So decisions really play with your energy level. The more you take clean and positive decisions, the better you're going to be, the better you're going to live, and that's because you're charging the battery. Your energy starts to increase as you go into higher vibrational frequency state. And there's actually a vibrational scale that determines what vibration you vibrate at. And the higher your vibration, the happier you become. And the happier you are, the happier you become, the higher your vibration is going to be. So it's really an ongoing process, and that's why it's really important to always seek for things that make you happy, because that's how you will actually raise your vibrational frequency. So vibrations, it's really on and off process, a take in, take out process. And how this works is that whenever we receive something, whenever we start to receive something, we automatically let it out. Either we let it out in a subconscious way, where the conscious mind will quiet itself and will try to reflect, or we can automatically just display our emotions. That would be the most automatic way, the most immediate way, and that's why many people have bad emotion management, and that's because they actually let themselves release all that energy through their emotions instead of reflection. When you receive disappointing news, you tend to have a reaction depending on the energy you take. And if the energy vibrates at a low level, like when you receive bad news, then you decide what you're going to do with that energy you take. You might try to repress the feeling, which is not actually good for you because you're ignoring that particular energy intake. You can be someone who just intake the energy and then give it out with some type of emotion attached to it. Like crying would be an example, or most people would maybe just yell, or just some type of release of energy that permits you to just let it out, and all that bad energy you took in, you just let it out so it doesn't stay in your body and it doesn't make you develop more problems. When receiving disappointing news, we tend to have a reaction depending on the energy being taken in. And if the energy vibrates at a low level, what we refer to bad news, then at particular energy intake. Sometimes, actually a lot of the time, people tend to repress the feeling, ignore that particular energy was actually being taken in, because people repress because of fear. They repress because of fear. And the bad news they got, the news are too unfortunate to allow such a mind to respond according to that intake. People repress, that's because they're scared, so they're just gonna circumvent the whole situation, and that actually causes the individual to be in denial, which makes him actually attract negative aspects, things, and people that vibrate at the same level as you, because the more you tend to possess lower vibrational frequencies, that's when you opt for negativity. And vibrational frequencies are just like a mirror, so if you vibrate at a certain level, you're gonna attract things that actually vibrate at that same level as you do. However, when you just let it all out, you're not repressing, you're actually taking out all the excessive low vibrations in you by giving a reaction that corresponds to the energy's degree. Because energies have different degrees, and an example for a matched reaction would be crying, and that's because crying, you receive information, you take in information, and you cry. That would be an example of matched reaction, because it's matching the particular information that you just taken in. So as you can see here, I have kind of two types of situation. Number one and number two. And in number one, that's when you actually just let it all out. Like I said, take in the bad news, and then you just give some reaction that corresponds to that energy intake. So yeah, if the bad news makes you sad, you're gonna start crying, or crying is a good thing, because when you receive something, it's just important to take it out, or you're gonna be like my second situation, where that's when you repress, you take in the bad news, but then you don't take it out, so it's just gonna stay in, and that's gonna actually, when you don't release the particular energy you just got in, if it's bad, kind of serious, because it can cause stress in the body, stress in the mind, and that can cause migraines, headaches, just pain in the body and in the mind. So it's just really important to take it all out. And I'm not saying like you get the bad news and you just have to cry, but you can even do it like a few days later, or just, you don't have to cry, just some type of, I'm gonna talk about this soon also, about good ways to release energy. Meditation is actually a great way. But now you're telling me, well, if everything's a take in, take out, if I'm crying and then I'm crying in front of someone, is that person gonna take that energy intake? Because when you cry, you're giving out energy, but that energy, you can cry in front of another person. You can cry in front of another person, and that person will get that energy. And that's why that happens with me all the time, guys. Also, I'm sorry, I'm like really bad at drawing. Every time someone cries, it makes me cry like out of nowhere. It's just because like I'm really sensitive to energies, to everything that's energy related, emotions. So when someone just cries, I will actually take their energy, because I'm sensitive to just energies, and it's really easy for me to just receive energy really easily and just take it out. So just don't cry in front of people unless you actually want to make them cry. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. My name is Tina, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Tina's World, and don't forget to click on that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below if this video was helpful, and I will see you guys next week with a new video. Bye!